most certainly does, Jeff. And although we did talk fishing last week, nevertheless, I was still out there, and I want to ask you that question first this time round. Did you cast a line at all? Yeah, it's always worth a go, isn't it? I enjoy both sea fishing and coarse fishing. And if I live closer to the coast, because I live as far away as you could possibly get in England, if I did live close to the coast, I'd certainly do a lot more sea angling. But as it is, you go with whatever's on your doorstep. You're in an enviable position, really, Jeff, because you live very close to the sea, but also, like anyone else, you will have course venues as well in your local area. So I think if I lived in a geographical position like you do, I'd certainly be doing a lot more sea fishing. But ultimately, it's all about getting out there and feeding the angling gene, isn't it, that some of us have deeply embedded into our psyche. It's nice to talk about it, as I was just now on Bayside Radio. But you can't beat doing it, can you? Fishing, that is. But I guess that applies to pretty much any hobby or pastime that we engage ourselves in. And I'm out for just over an hour, so quite tight as far as time's concerned. But that's where having your rod already made up, bait ready, everything where you know you can find it, in the back of the car, go fishing in no time at all. And as always, I've just cast out, by the way, I'm watching the float, a cup of tea. And as well as the radio and Dilwyn's trim this morning, there was a separate blog post for that one. I also had a blood test, another one. And there'll be more on that in the blog post that this video will be part of. So if you are watching on YouTube, don't forget to click not only the description box, but also the comments box as well now. So I've got all the links in there. There's a lot more to my blogs than just a video. Anyway, I am going for the all or nothing approach on this particular occasion because I'm fishing with prawn. Right, let's get this plaster off, shall we? It's stuck to the hairs and I know it's going to hurt, but filming it will help me to be brave. After 3, 1, 2, 3. There you go. I'm into the final 20 minutes now. I haven't even had a bite, and I know why, because there's a pike out there. I've seen it. They do smash into the smaller shoals of roach in particular, and it came quite close in, because I'm not fishing that far out anyway, and I've just touched it with the rod tip. It's disappeared. But experience tells me that when they do that, they do return. However, in that period of time, there's a chance I might get a bite and a fish on the bank and avoid a blank. And as I say that, I've just had some movement on the float for the first time in this session. Let's see if this develops. Well, it didn't. Come on, Dilwyn. Come on, he's here. It didn't develop any further, so I didn't catch anything. Very short session though, but I'll still blog about it, and I think that's important because my website is called Welcome to My World, and I often use the subtitle, the subheading, Blogging Life's Journey. In fact, that's how the videos in September start, with that little clip at the beginning. And life isn't always about being on the mountaintop. It isn't always about sunny skies and no clouds at all in sight, is it? And fishing's just the same. We don't go out every single time and catch big fish. In fact, many times we go out and we don't catch at all. We don't even get a bite. But I feel that if you are a blogger, whatever your blogging's about, it's good to share the lows as well as the highs. Although, let's face it, going out for an hour fishing prawn on a pool where there's a pike in residence and not catching a fish is hardly a low, is it? Plus, while I was there, I saw 4 ring-necked parakeets. They were in flight, passing over, very vocal. I heard them before they actually put in an appearance. A couple of kingfisher sightings and a couple of grey wagtails. Angling is a perfect platform, isn't it, from which to engage with the natural world.